And so the first person that made it clear that they are coming into the war was Belarus, which has been a very strong ally to the Russians. So Belarus had come straight and said, we are stepping into this war because we have intelligence information that Kiev and the allies are planning to attack Belarus. Because now Kiev became so puffed up that Zelensky even went to sign a decree, a bill into law, that they don't want peace in perpetuity. They don't want any kind of peace talks with Russia. In fact, they were telling some Ukrainian officials, were telling Putin to get ready to surrender. Some guys from the US were saying, we don't want to go and have any peace talk with Russia. How can we be talking peace with him when we are winning? We are defeating them. We're taking territories from them. No need for peace talks. They got puffed up. And they were defeating a superpower that has lived through so many wars and survived. You see, and the mainstream media amplified that lie and deception over and over and over again. And so when Belarus came in, weapons began to move, not just to Kherson and Zaporizhia and all those regions. Weapons began to move. Weapons began to pour. And then tens of thousands of Russian soldiers began to pour into Belarus. Belarus already has about 30,000 men waiting, who are Belarusians waiting for war. And about 70 to 80,000 have now moved into that place to join them. And weapons, all kinds of weapons. Belarus is in a very strategic place. If you want to take over Ukraine, Kiev, Belarus is in a very strategic location. That's why they are pouring so many weapons into that place. As they're doing all this, they are doing, Russian president was not even in a haste because he now knows that the war is about to go nuclear. That's why he's taking his time. He's mustering his forces, pumping them into different locations, almost surrounding Ukraine. And then the officials of Russia came out and said, you know what? We are no longer out to go and take over one region or that other region. They want to take over the entirety of Ukraine. If you doubt me, save this video. This onslaught you see going on now with the bombing after they went to bomb the Kerch Bridge, which is another humiliating provocation. After that Kerch Bridge bombing, Russia now said, okay, so this is what these guys want. We are talking about the ones they've done with taking over and killing our soldiers, and then they went to go and bomb the bridge. They really wanted to provoke this Russia to come to war. And Russia now decided, okay, we're going to do this. And they started bombing Kiev. They haven't stopped since then. From that time, they started bombing Kiev. They haven't stopped. Now, every single country that I know that has human beings in Kiev, in Ukraine, they have now asked their nationals to get away from there as soon as possible. China did it. China never did it all along because they knew that Russia was living. You know, Zelensky will come and be on the street and be making video. I'm here playing the strong man. Where is he in Kiev now? Can Zelensky come on the streets of Kiev right now? Kiev is deserted. People are leaving from everywhere. Italy has told their citizens, CST nations told their citizens, everybody is out of Kiev, Ukraine. And when they are out of Kiev, the ground forces of Russia will then move in. Those are the guys you see them mustering in Belarus. They will move in and take over Kiev and take over the entirety of the nation of Ukraine. Something that was supposed to be one or two places annexed is now going to be the whole of Ukraine lost. And who knows whether they will turn to another nation again, close by, and take over that one. And here is the kicker here. If Belarus is going to fight with Russia and they made it open, if Iran is already joining Russia in the war by sending their drones and sending missiles that will shake the whole of Ukraine and the Eastern Hemisphere. I don't know where Iranians get them. I hear the Russians actually taught them, but what they are making is scary. And they are moving those weapons to join Russia. Not because Russia was running out, as mainstream media will have you believe, because you know they're liars. Russia is not running out. There's a journalist, everybody knows it. If you look at the latest report that came out, the report says that If Russians will continue to bomb at the rate they are bombing right now, which is on daily basis, they have enough weapons to last them 6 months on daily basis. They will last them 6 months non-stop. But someone is busy telling people that Russians are running out of weapons. Do you know how long they've been preparing for this? Do you know how long they waited for this to happen? They knew that a day will come when that's why they were stockpiling nuclear weapons up and down. These people have a history of wars. They know their neighbors don't fancy them that much. That's why Putin never really left power. You should have known that. They knew, they were prepared. And yet the mainstream media will have you believe otherwise. And so when these people now join Russia to fight, you know what you should expect? You should expect that this war, or automatically this war, is going to go nuclear. Now, this war, if all these people, China, Iran, and the rest of the BRICS nation join Russia to fight, that's a lot of people fighting, right? But you know what is going to happen? The kicker is that after they have conquered and taken over Ukraine, and probably taken over 1 or 2 other nations, when it is the turn of China to take over Taiwan, the same alliance will come together and fight with China. I have a very strong feeling right now that China is ready to get involved in this war with Russia. What you see happening is the NATO nations have now decided to openly gather together with America and go to war. These other guys are now openly saying that we are coming together. That's why Iran is openly sending weapons to Russia. And they are moving more. I'm sure they are going to also send men. You're going to see other people do the same thing because they have an alliance. They have a war pact that cannot be broken. You signed up for it, you must live up to it. So you see, everything is almost upside down now. NATO is not going to sit by idly and allow all this happen. It's going to be a very messy, nasty war. But who is going to lose? The grasses. These 2 elephants are going to fight and the grasses are going to suffer. Isn't this why I've been telling us the whole time? Prepare yourself because nuclear war is coming. That's why Elon Musk is crying out, saying, why can't we go for peace? And the Ukrainians turned around and attacked him like there's no tomorrow. You get what I'm saying? They attacked him because he knows, he said it clearly. This thing we're playing with, this nuclear thing can affect 90% of the world population. Now, what more do you want me to tell you if not that this is all about the mass depopulation agenda they've been promoting for so many years? Remember when the Georgia Guidestone got blown up? What did I tell you when I made a video? I told you the reason it's getting blown up right after they restarted the Large Hadron Collider at CERN is because the time of fulfillment of the satanic prophecy to reduce human population to 500 million has come. And that's what they want to fulfill now. Look, how long ago did it happen? Look what is about to happen. Nuclear warfare is the easiest way to reduce the population of humanity by almost 90 to 90-something%. Because so many people are going to die. Radioactive infections. Oh my gosh. It will be something like you've never ever seen in your life. That's why I've been spending the last few days researching on what you must take. Remember, recently, Zelensky was telling people in Kiev to go grab, I think it was some iodide solution or something like that. I don't want to say it right here because I haven't fully researched. When I fully research it, I'm going to let everybody know so that if you're in America, in Europe, in Africa, you'll be able to look for that stuff and hold it so that when the radiation gets to where you are, you'll be able to use it to protect yourself and your family. In Africa, we don't have anybody who can tell us about these things. The governments will not tell you if they can take care of themselves and their family. They don't freaking care about you. You can go die for all they care. And these are the ones who are pushing the war in Europe. Many of them are going to run into the bunkers. Humanity is about to go through hell on earth. Go and ask the people of Japan, Nagasaki, Hiroshima. Go ask them what happened for that little that was dropped. But these one are some of the biggest stockpiles of nuclear weapons on earth are going to go to work. And you think humanity will survive this? What are your plans? I'm almost exhausted and tired of saying this to people because I get called names. But I don't know why I keep saying it all the time. Like I should just leave people to their fate. Whatever happens, let it happen. I started warning you about look for bomb shelters and what you must do in an event there's a nuclear. I started warning you before the New York State came out with a video to prepare you in an event there is a nuclear attack on New York. I started warning you before they made the video. Nuclear preparedness. Mine didn't make sense to you. You look by and they finish and you say, well, that it doesn't matter, it's never going to happen. And then Denver in Colorado did the same thing. They also told people to prepare, gave out bug-out bags, and it still didn't mean anything to you until all the cities and states do the same thing. You still won't find any reason to pay attention to what I'm saying. What have you got to lose by going to ask questions? Where is the next available bomb shelter in my city? Your own life, not mine. Your life. And you hate me for telling you what you can do to preserve your own life. I could care less. But I'm telling you what you should do for yourself and your family. This thing that I'm trying to research on, research it too. What can I apply on my face, on my nose? What can I do in an event? When someone says in an event, that is maybe in case it happens. That's the best thing a brother or friend can do to you or for you. In an event, just be prepared. What is wrong with that? You are in Europe, you are in America, even in Africa. Even though we know that Africa is in a far, 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 far better position. When radiation begins to move, it can travel past, even beyond Africa. So I'm also going to find a way to get this thing that I'm talking about, to let my African people to start looking for it, because the government would never, ever tell you this. They would never prepare you. People would just wake up one day and realize that they're sick, and the next thing they go. That's how COVID-19 came and took over everywhere. Look at Uganda today, Ebola. It's like the nation of Uganda has become an Ebola country. So these diseases are poor. So imagine this radioactive fume coming from a nuclear war. Again, on top of all the things we are dealing with already. The mass depopulation will just happen. And the number one item on their satanic 10 commandments written on the Georgia guide stones will be fulfilled. Because this nuclear war is the easiest way they can achieve that. There's no better way. No disease on earth can kill as much as they want to kill. Only a nuclear war can make it happen for them. Go and watch again that video that I posted the first day or the second day in this year, 2022. I posted and I said, the video that scares me about 2022. Check everything said in that video and you will see it all playing out right now. When Europe is covered with winter snow, that's when the war will break out. Isn't that where we are right now? Check. That's exactly the same timeline that is about to be kept. May God help all of us. Remember, apart from looking for bomb shelter, apart from making move, if you can afford it, you move to Africa or go to a place that is safe. Whatever it is that is okay by you, do it. Be safe. Be safe, because this thing is coming. That's why Russia is not going into any talks with anybody. He said he doesn't want to meet with the American president. He doesn't want to meet with the UN representative, because they will send all these representatives. While they are talking, they will be arming themselves and be going to go and fight and launch surprise attacks. He doesn't want to do that anymore. Russia is out for the real thing. The real war is here right now. I am telling you today, looking you straight in the face and telling you the war has come now. Be ready for what is to come. I don't see any peaceful negotiations anymore because Russia is out. They have pulled out all their arsenals. They are ready for the war. Are you ready yourself? May God help all of us to prepare. May God help us to prepare. Honestly, I feel so bad for people who may not have the means. But like I've always said for several months, if you've been believing me, I told you that if you believe you can talk to God or make some moves, God will make the means available and you'll be able to find a place of safety. It's all about safety, man. And I pray that God will give us the grace to do what is right when the time is right. Just wanted to give you the update of what's going on. Hopefully, I will have the time to continue doing this, and make the videos a little shorter. It may not be very professional, but at least wherever I am, because I've been traveling a lot, I can just give you quick updates and post it so that we are updated, in real time. I love you with all my heart, man, and I pray that God blesses you in all that you do. Amen.